Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen. This is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, June 5th. On today's show, we take a look back at the paddling exploits of our Shell Point Dragon Boat team, the Dragonflies. We'll tackle our sweet tooth with the help of our staff nutritionists, Mary McCormack and Linda Rakos. We'll also take a look back at last week's Shell Point Junior Golf Camp, where staff and volunteers taught the basics of golf to more than 40 young students. But first, we want to bring your attention to an event today about the Apple iPad. Penny Modrich has appeared on Shell Point TV sharing the variety of things that you can do with an iPad computer tablet, from surfing the internet to reading electronic books to video chatting with loved ones around the world. The iPad's little brother, the iPhone, can do all of those things as well as make phone calls. But where do you get started? Penny Modrich and Bruce Finley are offering an iPhone and iPad clinic to introduce you to these two devices and how they can help your day-to-day life. This free event happens at 10:15 a.m. in the Computer Teaching Center, which is located in the Island Tunnel. Now, if you miss it, don't worry. New iPad classes are always popping up in the Academy of Lifelong Learning, so be sure to sign up for a class that's right for you. The Academy also hosts other unique classes, including one for bridge players. If you've passed the beginner stage of bridge and are ready for the next level, then sign up for Intermediate Bridge with our instructor, Susan Willoughby. Her class starts next Wednesday, June 12th, and continues for 6 weeks. Sign up by contacting the Island Service Desk at 454-2282 or the Woodland Service Desk at 454-2054. Well, summertime at Shell Point means that many activities are changing their times and dates. For example, the Paddlers Club leaves earlier so that people in canoes and kayaks can explore our nearby waterways but not get caught in the blazing midday sun. The Paddlers Club departs the kayak storage on the island every Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. What if you don't have a canoe? Well, you can always share one with 20 of your closest friends. That's exactly what happened at last month's Dragon Boat races, which you can read about on page 8 of your Shell Point Life magazine. Under the direction of Sandala resident Minnie Astier, the team trained for weeks on dry land and then entered into the competition. While it was tough to compete with teams of 20 and 30-year-olds, the Shell Point team battled valiantly. We even made the front page of the Charlotte Sun newspaper and had this picture inside of Fritz Knox and Jerry Wilson warming up for the race. Let's take a look back at the whole process from training to race day. You can see photos like these, as well as other fun Shell Point occasions, by visiting our Facebook page. Just go to www.facebook.com/shellpoint. When you think of summer, it's hard not to imagine the ice cream truck driving through your neighborhood, or perhaps enjoying a snow cone on a hot day. Those have one thing in common: sugar. With artificial sweeteners, it seemed that we could enjoy these things without having to worry about sugar. But are they more harmful than helpful? Our staff dietitians, Mary McCormack and Glenda Rakos, are presenting a Health Connections program called Got a Sweet Tooth? It's happening next Wednesday, June 12th at 10:15 a.m. in the Social Center. Here's a preview.
Do you happen to get a sweet tooth around 3 o'clock? Or what about after dinner? Are you looking at that dessert bar longingly? Well, today we're going to talk about how you can find balance and get the appropriate amount of sugar in your diet. I'm Mary Franklin with this wonderful Health Connections program today that will be coming to you on Wednesday, June 12th at 10:15 a.m. in the Social Center. Mary, Glenda, welcome today.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you for being here and bringing another wonderful informational presentation to the Health Connection. And this is something that we all love. Sugar. We crave it. We want it. Now, Mary, is a little bit okay for us?
Yes, it is okay a little. The key thing is that should not be our main nutritive source. Remember, that is a place that we add when we can afford the extra calories. We may add a dessert or something like that. So if you're physically active and you're maintaining your weight, a little sugar is okay in the diet.
And Glenda, there's a variety of sweeteners out there. Are some better than others? Are you going to discuss this in the presentation?
There are many sweeteners out there, and we will be talking about it, so everybody please come and get all the details. But there are mainly two kinds, and one is the sugar that's naturally in your food, because in case you didn't know, in fruits and vegetables and dairy products, there's already sugar there naturally, but sucrose is mainly what we know as sugar, and we're going to talk about that as well as some of the non-nutritive kinds of sweeteners.
Okay, it's always hard to choose. Yellow packet, blue packet, pink packet, and depending on the day and which way the wind's blowing and what the news is saying, we just don't know which one to pick.
That is true. There's a lot of different ones out there, and some have had some good publicity and some not so good. But we're going to try to give you what the latest thinking is on all that, so you can then make your own decisions.
Okay. Mary, how about white sugar versus brown sugar? Is there truly a difference, and is it really better to use a brown sugar?
Not really. It's about what you like. And remember, it's about the sum of the day. We're looking at where your total caloric intake is coming from and how well you have done with balancing your nutrient intake. So it's about preferences. So I'm not into excessive of anything. One is really not more outstanding than the other.
Now, I'm assuming this presentation can relate to everyone, but those that are maybe pre-diabetic or diabetic, great information they'll be given?
Yes, because today's standards, we're more advocating a controlled carbohydrate diet. We've had a position, it's not been about sugar since 1995, about managing diabetes, and still people want to call it sugar diabetes, and that's that old term from 1916, and we have advanced, and so using that information wisely is the best approach.
Well, I think even more information is going to be given at the presentation, and I know it's going to be very, very beneficial to those, not only once you receive the information, to put it into action. I think their bodies will really thank them for that. And if you have a sweet tooth, you want to sign up for this program, it costs just $5, and you can sign up at either service desk. Once again, it is on Wednesday, June 12th at 10:15 a.m. in the Social Center. I'm Mary Franklin with Glenda Rakos and Mary McCormack. Make it a happy and healthy day.
Our Shell Point Golf Club is currently undergoing a massive reconstruction project, but it's just as full of activity as ever. Last week, Shell Point Golf Club hosted a junior golf camp where youngsters from 6 to 16 spent time learning how to putt, how to chip, and how to swing irons and woods, all for free, thanks to a generous donation from the Shell Point Men's Golf Association. The kids even got to demonstrate their new skills by playing a few rounds on the course. Let's see what it looked like.
This week we're doing our annual Shell Point Junior Golf Camp. We have kids here anywhere from 6 to 16. We have 42 kids that showed up this morning. This is our third year doing it, and slowly we built it up. We're happy that we're able to do this for the kids. We have kids that have been doing this probably now for 8 or 10 years, all the way to kids that their first time with a golf club in their hand. They don't have clubs with them at all. They come clubless, and we have to find clubs for them, and they literally have no knowledge at all of the golf swing. So it's varying ages, varying. You know, we might have an 8-year-old who's very skilled, and we might have a 12-year-old who has no skill at all. So it's really exciting for us to have this many kids out here excited about playing golf. Our schedule in the morning is we have an hour and a half of instruction. We work them through stations. We do putting and chipping at one station, woods at one station, irons at one station. They spend half an hour at each station so we can hold their interest. After half an hour, you can see they start to wane, lose interest after half an hour. So we try to keep it jumpy and go for half an hour here. And then we're going to go and spend an hour and a half on the golf course playing actual golf, which is the most exciting part about it anyways, is actually getting on the golf course and hitting and putting and chipping and doing all that stuff that hopefully they learned while they were in the morning session. Obviously myself, this is my assistant John, we're both PGA certified instructors. And then we have our teaching pro, Nick Macinas. Nick's actually been teaching the longest of all of us. This is about his 28th or 29th year teaching, and he loves working with the kids. I mean, he's really very patient instructor. So yeah, we have 3 good quality instructors, and we're fortunate enough to have some parents and some MGA members stay and help us out.
Just keep the kids from running over those lines, because you know the young ones don't think. The main thing was don't let them chase any of the balls or the tees that are over those lines to keep them back.
Yeah, we have to help the pro because he can't watch them all at once. There's just too many out there running all around.
We're fortunate enough this year that the MGA donated money for the kids to play golf. So the MGA basically paid for the camp, and the kids are playing for free.
We just thought this was a good thing for someone to sponsor for the children. And I think it's great to get these kids started at a nice young age. We're pleased to have sponsored it.
Shell Point's open all summer, even though we're on temporary greens. The fee is very nominal. It's a $10 fee. Play all you want. For more information about, you can go to www.shellpointgolf.com, or you can call us here at 239-433-9790.
It's time to cover all of Wednesday's happenings, followed by your Academy News, menus, and Village Church connections.
Today is Wednesday, June 5th. I'm Suzanne Zavada, and I'm here with Bev Chanley to go over all of the activities happening at Shell Point today. We'll start the day off bright and early at 7:45 with the Men's Bible Study Group meeting in the Osprey Room on the island. At 8:45, Resident Council will take place in the Social Center on the island. And at 9 o'clock, we have Jurassic Travel in the Egret Room, also on the island. Still at 9 o'clock, we have the Round Robin Men's Doubles Tennis Group meeting out at the courts at the Woodlands. And we have the Watercolor Group with Phil Hilton meeting in the Art Studio on the island. At 10 o'clock, the Ladies Bible Study Group will be in the Osprey Room on the island. And at 10:15, we have an iPhone and iPad clinic in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. Also at 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will meet out at the Woodlands Commons Lake. And at 11:30, we have specifics in strength training at the Health Club on the island. This is closed. That wraps up the morning. Here's Bev with the afternoon.
Suzanne, we're going to start the afternoon activities at 1 o'clock with chess being played in the library lounge. And at 1:15, we have coffee with the pastors. So head on over to the hospitality room of the Village Church for that one. Then at 1:45, we have balance and mobility training level 1 in the Health Club. That's currently full. 2:30 is the time for jazz and stuff. So head on down there for a concert in the Grand Cypress Room. At 3 o'clock, we have a Bible study with Martha Hoke. That'll be in the community room of King's Crown. Also at 3 o'clock, we have Pilates stretch class in the Health Club. This is $5 per class and no sign-up is required. Our final 3 o'clock activity is Memory Care Group. That'll be in the 3rd floor craft room of King's Crown. At 4 o'clock, you'll find Lily & Company Jewelers in the Egret Room. And then 4:30 we have indoor bocce. That's played down in the health club. At 5:45 the church choir rehearsal will be going on at the village church. And then at 7:15 we have prayer and praise also at the village church. Well, thank you all for being here today, and we will see you back here again tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Coleth with your Academy information for Wednesday. At 1:45 we have a computer college class, Internet Prep School, The Basics, continuing in the Computer Teaching Center on the island.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is rotisserie chicken, baked beans, and asparagus. For dinner, it's the Pasta Buffet for $11.95. The soup today is chicken Florentine. In the Island Cafe, lunch is a fried chicken sandwich with spicy mayo, coleslaw, and chips for $6.95. For dinner, it's grilled shrimp for $7.95. In the Palm Grill, the special is ribeye for $16.95 or pasta bolognese for $11.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, and welcome to the Village Church Connections. I'm Pastor Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with our administrator, Glenda Stephenson. And we're very excited about some of the things that are coming up this week at the Village Church, and particularly we're excited about our Great Commission Sunday, and we have some very special guests to talk about, don't we? I understand we have, first of all, Eric and Chrissy Maxey will be here to speak to us as sort of the main speakers on Sunday morning. And I guess they've been here before, have some connections with some folks at the Village Church. Perhaps you can tell us about that, Glenda.
They have been here before on more than one occasion. That's partly due to the fact that Chrissy's mother, Janet Howard, is a resident here at Shell Point and has served at the Village Church. So we keep regular connections with them, and that's fun. Eric and Chrissy serve in the country of Indonesia. And they will be bringing us some updates about their recent ministries there. It's been varied. Chrissy has worked a lot on translating the Bible. Right now she's working on the Old Testament in particular to contextualize it for a Muslim culture so that they can understand it. And that's
Indonesia
critical.
is very much a Muslim country, isn't it? And so there are very few Christians and churches that are active in Indonesia. So it's a pretty critical place for them to minister, right?
It is. It is. And they've also been involved. They've had some wonderful opportunities to go into some of the schools and some of the universities there in the country and teach a ministry of reconciliation. Which is very biblical in its root. And it's a wonderful opportunity for them to do in that culture. And they're involved in training Indonesian workers. Some of them minister there in the country of Indonesia. Some of them have been spread around Southeast Asia.
That's right.
So that's been a component of their ministry. And of course, they just live and rub shoulders and love the people around them and hopefully communicate the love of Christ in that way.
Certainly a lot of what our personnel accomplish overseas is simply through personal relationships. And I understand, especially in Muslim cultures, they really need to develop those relationships and develop a sort of a climate of trust in order to even have the opportunity to share the gospel significantly.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm sure Eric and Chrissy will be sharing a lot more about that. And it's especially interesting to me. Obviously, a lot of places around the world have a great deal of conflict between Muslims and other religious people of faith of various denominations or backgrounds. And to have some people that are really trying to establish a peaceful context in which that kind of dialogue can take place, I think is very healthy.
Looking forward to the update that they share because I think they'll have a wonderful perspective on all of that.
That's right.
And then we have another couple guests that will be with us. Raymond Ebbett and his wife Mary will be here. Raymond will just be bringing greetings in the service, and we're really happy to have that opportunity.
And where do they minister?
They are in Spain, and Raymond oversees all of our ministry opportunities in Spain and Portugal, which is a new field for the Christian Missionary Alliance, also Italy. Raymond was here just a little over a year ago for our Global Impact Week and spent a week with us here at Shell Point, and we just really appreciated his time with us.
That's great.
So we're looking forward to welcoming them back and hearing how things are going for him as well.
Right. I think the other thing that we should mention about the Great Commission Sunday and the fact that we have these guests, certainly they are associated with the Christian and Missionary Alliance, but as we said earlier in the week, the Great Commission is something that Jesus gave to the entire church. And so no matter what denominational background a person might have who is a Christian, they are interested in the global ministries of the Church of Jesus Christ, and so this is certainly one way to explore that. And so we hope folks will come and share in that opportunity, because this is something that concerns not just our particular group, because obviously our missionaries work with other missionaries from other denominations as well. They're very cooperative in the way they engage with those kinds of folks, and so this is something that concerns the entire Church of Jesus Christ, not just a particular group. So.
It is as critical in today's environment that we work together.
Absolutely.
And we're learning to do that well.
Well, I hope you'll join us for Great Commission Sunday this coming Sunday. It's been good to have you with us with the Village Church Connections.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we learn about the new refundable contract option available at Shell Point and how you may be eligible to make the switch. We'll also visit King's Crown, where residents shared recollections of their wedding day. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, June 5th. I'm Dan Filgreen, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope that you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.